Yo, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Or should I welcome myself back, like, to this platform because I've just been away? Mara, I think I'm just someone that has something to say when I have to say something. So I think, yeah, I'm just that person that just pops by and just says whatever. And I feel so relieved afterwards. I think it's just a little bit of therapy. It's a little bit of come back, speak, say something, just for the sake of just refining whatever it is that I want to refine in terms of my talking or gift or whatever. So, yeah, guys, I've just been busy. Yo, Mina, I'm someone gay that's always, I like to put boots on the ground more than just talking. So, I'm not someone that is like, okay, let us just do the work, like realistically, and not just be out there on platforms to say this, to share this, but in our communities we're not doing anything. So even right now I'm just in a building phase of a season of some sort, and yeah, it's just been hectic. I did share a little bit last time that I'm just God has just opened avenues in terms of children and all of that, as in I'll share, man. I'll share. I will share. At the right time, I'll share. I'm a sharer, guys. Yo, Mina, God has done so many great things, and I can't just keep it in. I can't keep it in, especially when a lot of people have seen my L's, have witnessed my L's in public. I am gonna let you know of my W's in public as well. I ain't gonna hide them. So, but anyway, today I'm going to speak about Casino Diddy, guys. Oh, triggering for a lot of women, obviously. And it's so sad that I have to actually say obviously, because yo, out of the, I don't know, 100 and something or 200 or 1,000 women that I know personally, majority has gone through it. Majority has gone through it, and it's so sad. Myself included. And I think maybe that's why I'm here, to just find out what is it when it comes to us as human beings that is stopping us from being compassionate. Because when it comes to such things, especially that has to do with violence and violating, not keeping your hands to yourself, it's not something that you can immediately justify. Like some certain things where someone said something and whatever, just that act alone is something that needs to be called out. So the fact that there are people that want to dissect what happened, why did she stay that long, and all of that, I understand that maybe there are people that are really not exposed or privy to understanding the psychology behind abuse. Yo, because Shem, it's not only just that, there are certain things from the person that does it to the person that it's done to, where it is just deep, and somehow those people meet and they feed off each other, the recipient, the receiver, and the giver. So I'm just putting those terms because I'm not sure if they're gonna flag me or whatever, because YouTube has those situations where sometimes a certain word is not appropriate and all of those things. So I'm just gonna dance around the word yoguti ukshayana and all of those things. So, but we know when I say Cassie and Diddy situation because of the video that has been put out there. And I'm just asking for compassion, guys, especially when it comes to these issues where maybe just, I don't know, there's a logic, there's that thinking cap that you get tempted to actually ask certain questions, before you can actually have compassion. But when it comes to this, like when you see someone being drug on the floor, when you see someone being kicked like a dog like that, when you see someone like the hair being pulled like that, there's something in you that needs to at least stop and be like, okay, this is inhumane. Like, at no point I'm gonna want to find out what happened for her to actually run away and go to and try and escape, and this person running, chasing after her, and all of those things. So I think that's what I'm asking for. Like, guys, can we just be those people that are like, I'm so sorry? And then maybe at, I don't know, at some point, then you can try and understand or try and dissect again now with your, you know, your logic and your thinking first, outside of just being compassionate. That just makes us more human, and you will become sensitive when you start with empathy, when you start with compassion, because sometimes when we become too thinking happy, we become less compassionate, because each and every time is like, it's like a little investigation for us, and it's fascinating and all of those things, instead of actually being there. So even on the streets or on your neighbors and whatever, when you witness such things, it will just be like whatever to you. And I don't think that's how we are designed to be or created to be, and we'll end up not even protecting each other, because it's just like, it would just be like we animals, you know. It's like, oh, okay, it happens to everyone. Let me just find out. Let me just put my thinking cap and be a detective and all of that. So yeah, yo guys, I went through it, my early 20s, and for people that like to say, why bongahambi, it's psychological, guys. And like I mentioned, there are certain backgrounds where people come from, and I think, I don't know, for me, because I did not witness my parents be in that situation, and I've never been around people that were like that. But someone mentioned to me, Uti, I used to be beat up. Like, I used to, out of all my siblings, it's actually my brother and then my other brothers were not. And I see how they relationship, and I see how I used to relationship, and how my brother that was disciplined and beat up relationshiped, you know. we are the we are we are the two that were actually involved in such incidents or instances or relationships that are toxic in that manner. So I don't know, because someone actually mentioned, when, how did you grow up? Because I did mention, I'm trying to understand. Again, I'm that person that wants to know from God, why did I go through this? So someone actually mentioned, could it be because you were disciplined in that way, and there was some form that wanted to see love and receive love in that way because of how you were disciplined? And it got me thinking. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I'm trying so hard not to believe it, but I think for me that's where it came from. And another thing is that I always see the good in people, guys. So when that person did that, and I saw another face, that loving, love bombing, before I even knew the term, for me, it confused me. It used to confuse me so much, where I'm like, no, I know this good side, Yalomuntulona. So I'm going to stick around and just help him be more of that good person than this monster that I would see here and there. And at the cost of what? My life? I was dizzy, guys. Shem. Yo, thinking about it, I was very dizzy, Shem. Yo, thank God I got out. It was a hectic time, but thank God I got out. So I think that's why I go hard for God, guys. And that's why I go hard for my dad, because of the things that I went through. And I'm like, yo, these from God, number one, who's just taken me from whatever situations and dusted me up. I don't look like the things that I've gone through, number one, and even my head and my space and the healing that I had to go through. Like, even right now, I used to cry thinking about this. I used to blame myself. Why did I not, you feel like you didn't love yourself enough, or you feel like you were not loved, and you're trying to understand which part of it that all of those things. And now I can talk about it without actually shedding a tear. I know that I'm healed. And I don't know if maybe if I see that person, how I would react. But like right now, I just feel like it would just be whatever, So I go hard for God, man, because of how much he's just saved me from a lot of things and healed me, because it's one thing to be saved from something and then go around and be triggered and go around and bleed on other people that have done nothing to you. So I'm grateful that I actually am healed, and my dad, I go hard for my dad because of the things that he's witnessed, and he still chose to just support me and love me. He did have a choice. I was going to say he didn't have a choice because he's my dad, but he did have a choice. Each and every time he actually fought for his children. So I'm grateful for that, because even with him, he was like, yo, may not bring my grandson. I don't want my grandson to be exposed to this wena, because wena you chose your life, and wena you are not okay here. Mina, I'm not gonna witness my grandson going through all of that. So I go hard. Anyway, that's just what I was here for. And yeah, I'm just asking for compassion, guys. It's hard. Even the people around us. I'm not even gonna blame the friends that witnessed it and that didn't help me, or I'm not gonna blame the ones that covered for him, or the ones where I asked them, please tell this cop what he did, and they would just dance around the issue. They were family, they were his friends, they were the girlfriend's friends, whatever, where I thought people had my back, because there were situations like that where I would go to the police station and all of that, and it would just be like, it would feel like it would just be me against the world, and he was well connected and all of those things. So there's power struggles in a lot of these abusive situations. It does not have to be money only or connections only, but just someone knowing your weakest point, someone knowing some things about you, or someone identifying, like for some reason, it's like a spirit that just attracts, and it just does this, and it just marries together so well until one point you receive deliverance or you become sober somehow. But there's a lot of things that affected in such relationships that are so complex, and if you are outside looking in, the one thing that you can do just for even creation, just for the purpose of sending love out there, and just for sensitivity's sake, be compassionate. Be compassionate. Be compassionate. That's all I'm asking for, because it's starting to be a little irritating when people ask, what did she do? Why did she stay this long? And all of that. And I believe people know that it's more than that, because these situations have been discussed a lot of times. So it's just mind-boggling to me why people are still doing that. And I'm just asking, just for the sake of, I don't like to put it like that, because especially Christians, they go all about it, but the energy and the vibrations of this season, just for that to go out there, to not be a matter of resistance, but a matter of love and compassion, so that there's just people receive it. And I've been seeing online, people are just like, sorry for what you've gone through, and sorry for not believing you. Like, that is the energy and the vibration that we need to send out there, so that ibopha, I don't know how I can explain it, but it minimizes the power of those that think they can get away with it, because they see that less and less people are on their side. Less and less people want to know more. They just see the dog in you, and they're going to tell you you're a dog. And it will disempower those that think they can get away with it. So that's all I'm asking for. And I'm praying for more and more exposures. I don't know. I'm just praying, because enough is enough, Enough is enough. Like, it's just becoming too much, and it's becoming too normal, and we are becoming desensitized. So we need to go back to compassion, to love, to sensitivity. We need to go back to You know, that those little feelings that we have as human beings, where you see something like that and your heart does something, because you are not only seeing this woman, you are seeing your daughter, you are seeing your mother, you are seeing your neighbor, you are seeing your grandmother who once maybe shared that she went through that, and it's something that's like, who, if my grandmother went through this and she was kicked like this, you know, things like that. Not just like in passing where it's like, oh, okay, it happens every day in my neighborhood. And then, so that's what I'm asking for. I'm rambling because I just missed just talking, and I didn't set up anything. I just wanted to be random so that I don't feel the pressure of having to just set up this and do that. So thank you for watching, and yeah, maybe have a conversation if there are any questions. I think when it comes to the story that I went through, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll share, but there's nothing in me that wants to share. I'll just share when I have to. Yeah, if I have to, or if maybe someone has questions, then I can maybe just say something. But yeah, I went through it, guys. It was not nice at all. It makes you feel very unloved, and you feel like, what's wrong with you? Why are you trying so hard and it's still just not, no, man, there's a lot that is factored in that. A lot. Somehow you actually find so much love when that person does that. That's the crazy thing again. So kuningi nje, yabona. Yeah, I think compassion. The questions, guys, no, man, let's grow up. When you just know that you're not supposed to be touching other people, just keep your hands to yourself. Yes, I know women talk a lot, women provoke a lot. I mean, I used to provoke Nami. I know myself, I can go there and I can hit where it hurts, especially when it comes to a man and their ego. But I've decided not to be that person. It's a choice that you make. But at the same time, I don't feel it warrants someone harming another person like that, yeah. So yeah, anyway, happy Sunday, guys.